Hello. Before we start, I would like to ask you one question. Has your phone ever stopped working? Maybe the screen went black. Maybe the sound disappeared. Maybe your phone stopped charging. What did you do? Most of us, we panic or we give it to someone who can repair it and we hope for the best or we buy a new one. But what if you were the one who fixed it yourself? It makes it look like you have a superpower, isn't it? That's what this subject is all about. Computer hardware and GSM repairs for junior and senior secondary schools. The subject is computer hardware and GSM repairs. And computer hardware and GSM repairs as a subject teaches us how to repair and maintain our computer and mobile devices. So computer hardware and GSM repairs is being broken into three parts, which is hardware, software, and GSM. So hardware, as we know it, hardware are the physical and tangible parts of a computer system or a mobile device, which can be seen and touched. So is that simple? So so let's say hardware is the physical and tangible parts of a computer or GSM that can be seen and touched. So whatever you can see in a computer or whatever you can touch in a computer is hardware. So why I put tangible parts is that this subject is about the knowledge of physical and tangible parts of the computer or a mobile device. Why that is there are some hardwares in computer or in your mobile phone that are not tangible. So we are not trying to learn about those ones. We are trying to learn about those that are tangible. So your screwdriver in your screw in your computer that is holding computer parts together or your mobile parts together, or some standoff which are plastic that lift the motherboard or let's say the PCB off the casing of a phone, sorry, of a computer or any other hardware that's actually not very tangible in the computer system or your mobile device are not really part of hardware. Actually, they are hardware, but they are not the kind of hardware we are talking about. So, basically speaking, hardware is the physical, please pardon my writing, and tangible parts of a computer or mobile devices that can be seen and touched. Let me quickly get at something. So you may be asked that you should define computer hardware. So you might not be defined to you might not be asked to define hardware actually sometimes, but if you are told to define computer hardware, so that means this mobile part will not be added to it. So it will just be computer hardware is the physical and tangible parts of a computer system, so that can be seen and touched. So hope you get that. So only when you are being asked to define hardware, then you define it like this. But if you are told to define a computer hardware, which is this, then you remove this mobile part, the mobile devices, which will be is the physical and tangible part of a computer system, or physical part, tangible part of a computer that can be seen and touched. So let's just give ourselves some examples. So examples of computer hardware, let's say monitor, so keyboard, mouse, so and some other hardwares which are the internal part of the computer, which is the motherboard, um, expansion cards, and so on. So let's just talk about some examples of mobile parts, which is some mobile hardware, which let's say screen. Um, so keypad. So keypad in let's say small phones or those old phones. So keypad, screen, the camera, and so on. Now, to talk about software, but before we go into software, let's quickly remind ourselves of the hardware. So hardware, as we said, are the physical, tangible parts of a computer system that can be seen and touched. But as for software, which is as important as hardware, would not be talked about much in this subject. Why is because this subject is mostly about computer hardware. So, but some of the software aspect will be touched actually. And software is just programs or instructions in the computer that tells the computer what to do and how to do it. Software cannot be touched. They are actually data that runs inside the computer. So whenever you see your ATM machine or your computer or maybe let's say you are typing in your computer system or doing anything in your computer, those things that appear on screen are so let's say they are let's say they are somewhat software that runs into inside a computer. um well, don't let's go into specifics now because I don't want to bother our understanding. So even if I want to take it a little bit simple, it might actually be a little bit misleading. But let's just stick to that software is a collection of um, software is a collection of sorry instructions um, instructions data. So there's a comma here, instructions. I hope you are seeing that. Instructions, comma, data, and or programs uh, use to or programs used to execute specific task. Yeah, in a computer. So example of software, e.g., our operating systems are software. So examples of operating system, so which we are going to touch those ones also. But let's say examples of software, Windows, Linux. Let's see some of our programs, some of our apps, which is let's say MS Word, MS Excel, also let's say Corel Draw. So that's it on software. A little we will touch today as far as this topic goes for now. So this is software. They're actually collection. They're actually collections collection of instructions. Sorry, collection of instructions, data, or programs used to execute specific task. Let's say this. Let's cancel this S. Sorry for that. Specific task in a computer. So, e.g., which is examples, Windows, Linux, Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, CorelDRAW, and some other uh, softwares so that you can think of. So we talked about software, which are which is the programs that runs in the computer system, so that we cannot touch. And now we are going to talk about GSM. So GSM actually stands for Global System for Mobile Communications. So you can actually find out that is global system for mobile communication, which does the communication does not have S, and in some documents you can actually find it that, or textbooks you can actually find it out that is global system for for mobile communications, which is communication with an S. So the two are both are correct actually, and GSM is actually the technology that makes mobile phones work. So that's just the definition. So and okay, let's just write something about it. So GSM is actually, let's say it stands for Global System for Mobile Communication. So you can either put S or you remove it. So it depends on you. So it's actually for communication, for mobile communications or for my mobile communication. So both actually goes. So GSM is actually um let's say this is the technology that makes mobile mobile system work. Sorry for my mistakes. So and yeah, that's pretty much what it means. And this subject is uh computer hardware and GSM repairs. So computer hardware, and in which we talked about that they are the parts, physical and tangible parts of a computer system. So we talked about software also, but let's quickly go to GSM, which is a global system for mobile communication. Sorry, okay, let me write that. Sorry. Communications, let's put S this time. And let me quickly put in software somewhere here. Software, which is so software, which is the programs that runs in the computer. So I'm actually explaining this according to what the subject is. So yeah, and the repairs here actually okay, don't let me bring out repairs on its own. Let me just say the whole idea of computer hardware and GSM repairs is just computer hardware is we are supposed to understand the physical part of the computer, and a little bit about the software is what this subject is going to teach us, and it's going to teach us about global system for mobile communication, which is our, in other word, is our mobile phone, or let's say mobile devices. Sorry, let me write that again. Mobile devices. I hope we are seeing that. So, and repairs is just telling us about how to repair our computer and mobile devices. So actually, computer hardware and GSM repairs as a whole is telling us, it wants to teach us about the understanding and repairing of computer and mobile devices. So that's what it is. Why is this subject important? So computer hardware and GSM repairs, so as we know it, is very important. It doesn't matter if you are a boy or a girl, no matter what gender you are, which is male or female. So technology nowadays is for everyone. So, and let me just refer you to what I see on in Nigeria every day. When you look at Nigeria, look at your street, look at every market, every bus stop, you will find a phone repair shop everywhere. And these phone repair shops actually receive customers that bring in broken devices almost every day. And when this technician actually repair, for example, your mobile device, they charge between 2,000 to 15,000 naira every on or per device. So imagine if this repairer actually receives 2 to 5 devices every day, or let's say 1 to 5 devices every day. So I know it will suggest to your mind how much this technician will make every week or every month on these repairs. So we actually know how much that would be. Is a very substantial amount. So is not this is not all about money. Actually, it's about understanding technology. So when you can understand technology, you understand computer, you understand your mobile devices, that will make you be able to repair them. And when you can repair your computer, you can repair your mobile devices, then you can actually graduate to creating technology. So we see out there, check on YouTube, check everywhere. You see kids creating technologies like drone, kids creating some other technologies, writing programs and everything like that. So that doesn't actually uh, it doesn't actually specify which gender actually can do what. everyone can actually do this. So everyone can actually create technology. So this is all about you being able to create technology, you being able to understand technology. So if you can understand technology, if you can repair technology, then you will be able to create them. And in the near future, no matter what age you are, no matter how young you are, you should be able to create technology whenever you understand them. So this is what this subject actually wants you to achieve. Let's talk about career opportunities in computer hardware and GSM repairs. So as you can see, there are a lot of opportunities in everything called trade, which computer hardware and GSM repairs is actually a trade subject in Nigeria. So there are many career opportunities in which we can actually benefit from, in which we can actually get our hands into. Who would explain it to them? So it depends on which one you want. You can actually pursue them, or if you have other career targets, you can actually go for them and pursue this on the side. It depends, but there's opportunities to actually get things done, let's say financially and actually and also in the technical aspect of things, creating things. Are you getting it? So creating things in technology. So and especially this is computer technology. Computer technology actually expands to many fields, many things. But as for computer hardware and GSM repairs, we'll actually go through some few things we can actually achieve with it. Number one in it, let's say number one. Let me just let's say computer technician. Let me write that down. So this computer technician is actually someone who repairs your desktop and your laptop computer. So those are computer technicians. So I hope you are seeing this well. So those are computer technicians. They are the people or the technicians that actually repair your desktop and laptop computer whenever it's broken or whenever it's faulty. So you can actually pursue this career. So but what we are just learning here today is just we would want to know what are those career that actually can come out of computer hardware and GSM repairs. So whenever we actually able to study it very well. So computer technicians actually are let's say someone or technicians uh, that repairs desktop computer or so that is it. And also okay, it seems I'm having a low battery. Let me just go and come back to continue. So we have computer technician, which are the technicians or someone that repairs desktop or laptop computers. So as not to waste our time, we have phone repairer, So these are the people that actually fix our screen and charging ports, what else, screen, charging port, battery, everything like that that got broken in there on your phone. So that's another career to actually pursue. So as a phone repairer, let's define it as someone who fixes who fixes um screen, okay, let's say screens, battery, batteries, charging ports, on, mobile phones. So we all know those that do that. So another career path in this trade subject is also IT technician. Let's say IT support. This is ROR technician. So for IT support technician, actually, uh, they are technicians that keep our computers and networking running in let's say in work. Sorry for the disruption. So I had the low battery and the phone tripped off. Sorry for that. As I was saying, IT support technicians are actually those that actually support our day-to-day computer running activities. They support us to make our computer functions well and our computer network functions well. So when we see IT support technician, let's say, or IT support officer, so the people we are referring to are those that are the technicians. Okay, let me say this. Sorry for my writing. Technicians. So these are the technicians that keep our computer. So they keep our computers working. Let me see, and computer computer network running. So in, let's say, work environment, let's say work or learning environment, such as, I hope you can see what I'm writing. So such as let's say bank, school, let's say bank, school, office, university. So etc. So that's it for that. Let's say number 4. So let's say hardware seller. Sorry, HARD. So HARDWARE. So that's hardware. So hardware seller. So those are the, let's say, traders, or let's say merchants that actually sells computer parts. So let's see it as this is a trader, or these are traders, or these are, okay, let me see, let me say merchant. This is a merchant that sells computer parts. Actually, we'll be calling this thing computer components, but for now, let's just stick to computer parts and everything like that. So until we treat something about components, then we will be able to understand that. So since it's a new subject, so it's a very sensitive let's say learning. So let's just go from one step to the other, so that we won't use so that I don't want to use big vocabulary or too much technical words, so that it won't put us off. So, and aside from that, this is GSS1. So let's just take the vocabulary little by little, because you just graduated from your primary school, which is a basic 6 or 5, or I don't know what you call it for now. But uh, for GSS1, so these terms are still very so much okay for us to be able to relate to this subject. So hardware seller, this is a merchant that sells computer parts. And another career opportunity, or career opportunity is, let's say, freelance. How will I call it? Like there's a freelance repairer. So freelance repairer. So these are actually people that repair our computer, our phones, in a small shop like that. So actually, they work on their own. So, and we can say computer technicians or phone repairer can actually work for a company. So when we say freelance repairer, are those that you can find in small shops that actually do repairs on their own. So let me see, when we say freelance repairer, it can actually point to someone that repairs computer, or someone that repairs phone, or someone that does both. So let's just say freelance repairers are technicians who repairs computer or phones in a shop. So I think that will sum it up. Freelance repairer. So let's say these are this. Sorry, you can just manipulate your definition. You might make it singular. This is a merchant, this is a repairer, this is a technician, and you can actually make it plural. So I'm really sorry. Seems that the video I'm making is making me a little bit tense. So sorry for that. I'm trying to get used to it. So freelance repairer are technicians. These are technicians that repair um, computer or phone or both in a shop. Don't let me say small shop. So every business is big. So in a shop. Which other one can I? So yeah, number 6 here. Let's say computer. Um. Okay. This is moving here and there, and I hope you can see what I'm writing. Assembler. This is ASSEM. So actually, computer assemblers are those that they are actually technicians also, but they are those that actually build computer from scratch. That actually, let me say build. That yeah, I should say build. They build computer from computer parts. Yeah, that would define it. They don't build it from scratch. That's what I wanted to say. But actually, computer assemblers are those that build computer or assemble computer from parts to the specification of a customer, or to the to what computer the customer wants. So when I say specification, that's to the kind of capability the customer wants the computer to be able to achieve. So let me just take it down a little bit. So computer assemblers are those that build computer from different parts to be able for to what the compute to what the customer wants. So if I get that right, sorry for that. So let me try and write something down for, so that maybe that will be I'll be able to get my bearing a little bit. So sorry, I'm still having sorry for that. These are engineers who design or make new electronics. Sorry, this is T here. Hope you can see that. Electronics, components or devices. So actually they are the engineers that actually design for manufacturers. So they design electronic components, but I don't want to leave it at devices. So I let me say electronic parts, but let's leave it at components. So at least you should know that let's say hardware parts are called can sometimes be called components. So let's stick to that in this area. So electronic engineers, let me put S because I use this here. Electronic engineers, these are engineers who design or make new electronic components or devices, like your phone, like your computer. Those are the engineers that actually build these things from scratch. They design what the electronics should look like, all other little components that the PCB would actually be taken, and also as a component, and in a larger view what the device would actually look like. So they design it and they actually create the prototype. So don't let's go too much. Don't let's go too far on that. So to cap everything, we can all see, and I can actually uh, I can make myself clear enough that this subject, or when it comes to tech generally, is not the matter of age. Sorry, is not the matter of gender. So you being a male person or a female person does not really matter. So as they will say, let's say handling screwdriver is not a gender. I forgot how I add it. So it's not a gender issue, sha. So whenever you are handling screwdriver, the screwdriver does not repel a female person. So a male can actually do this, a female can actually do this. So we are not trying to sideline male and empower female. What we are trying to do is to eradicate the anything that looks like gender barriers. That's what we are trying to do. We are trying to empower and actually give both genders a push and encouragement, if I can put it, if let me put it that way. So for them to be able to excel in technology. So for the first phase of learning computer hardware and GSM repairs, so I think I'm done with this. So let's just hope for the second phase. And before I go, I think I would like to put out some questions there. Then in your own words, just try and read all through what I have taught, and try and say or try and answer those questions I'm going to put forward. Try and answer them in your own words so that it actually uh, pays for better understanding instead of using literally my own words and everything. So just say it how you understand it and go back to it and read it again and say it again and say it again till is till you are the all your definitions, all your explanations are actually good in your own words.